I'll stop the world and melt with you. You see the difference, and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Well, what will we do today? What will we get on a free for all Friday of all things? What will we get for notifications? Let's see if Susan has the answers. Excuse me, Susan always has the answers. We just we just may not like what they are. Edwin's here, and Nicholas, and Sands. Droogie. It's funny, Nicholas. I haven't seen that movie in so long, and that stayed with me. What do you call his Drugan Warriors or Drugan Warriors, wasn't it? But I have no idea what a Droogie is, but it's forever ingrained into my mind due to that movie. Doing good. Tinman, Brian's in, and Johnny's here, and Poppy, my favorite ginger, and Philip and AZN. Jack's here. I had to sell my soul in a bag of donuts. Ooh. The soul I'd be fine, if I had one was selling, but selling a bag of donuts. I don't know if it's worth it. HD says can't stay need a cool shower. It's so goddamn hot today. All over big hunks of the world, actually. I was gonna say all over the nation. Jeff is in, and Jill's back. Hey, and Jill's one of our channel members now too. Oh, cool. Who's in your icon pick? I used to be able to open image in a new tab. All right, let me see if that works. It's still tiny. Can't tell who that is. Pretty picture. His Droogies. Yeah, I think there's one scene, Nicholas, where he says something about. It's been years since I saw it. He says something about going somewhere. And he refers to them as his. I want to say it was Warriors. Man, we're talking a lot of years. Drugan Warriors, something like that. Oh, that's you? Very, very pretty picture, Jill. I thought it was a celeb of some sort. Very pretty picture. Hydra says, Curtis, screw that girl I was trying to go out with. She met up with an old friend and went out with him after I spent over an hour out of a day to spend time to meet with her. What a joke. Oh, man. That sucks. That's too bad. Shit. Papyrus, do you want to? Son says. Now I'm curious, but hold on a second, guys. I just got to check out that. Let's see. That's too old. I'm never going to, even if it is that phrase, Drugan Warrior, is in there, I'll never find anything about it. I could have, and again, I could be wrong. I don't know why that matters. It doesn't matter, but I could have sworn he said that at some point. Hey, Timothy, good to see you, pal. Oh, Simmy's in. How does a Boy Scout become an Eagle Scout? He eats a brownie. Oh, Simmy never change. Hey, Brian says, ever quit a job after 3 days because you couldn't believe people are that bleeping stupid and then confront them on their stupidity? I have not, but I am not working. I've been retired since 2017. So I have not been working out and about in our current society, and I could see it happening nowadays. Well, with that being said, I'm available nights now. Yeah, I completely understand, Brian. Oh my gosh, the way just society in general has been going is just not good. VHS Frank says girls are Urkels. Jack says, my pick is me, too. Remember when I asked if you got into your wife's makeup, made yourself into the Joker? I loved the dream. Marx Brothers movies, Johnny? Up all night watching those? Wow. I haven't seen a Marx Brothers movie in a long, long time. Way back. Global Toss Pot. That I never heard. This one's actually pretty good. Why do men always give women their jacket when they're cold? Who wants a blowjob from a woman with chattering teeth? That's fair. That's fair. That makes sense. That puts the whole thing in perspective. You know, people can try and chalk it up to chivalry or whatever other nonsense they want, but that makes sense. Edwin says, do you think losing a war could potentially fix people's stupidity? No, I don't think it would fix anybody's stupidity. I don't even know what type of conflict we're talking about here, what parameters, but yeah, I can't see it fixing anybody. It does sound like it would hurt Big Green. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, teeth chattering. That's just not that's make make your knees squeeze right together. Nah. Lick says some people are into that. That's true, Lick. We can, no matter what it is, we can find some people that are into it. There's no doubt in my mind. No, visual FX guy. This one's bad. What would you call Fred Flintstone if he was an asshole? A yabba dabba douche. What do we mean if? Didn't he fuck Betty Rubble at some point? Or is that just a rumor? I didn't get to see it either. Real Crib said, missed the Jags game. How was it? I didn't get to see it. I was doing stuff last night. And to be honest, though, the thing is, first preseason games are comprised mostly of guys who are going to be working as auto mechanics in a month or so. So it's really not that much to watch. It's just fun having the uniforms out there again. Jack says it might realign their priorities and stop people getting annoyed at pronouns, for example. But no, all the wars in history have yet to fix stupidity. Good point. They've had plenty of opportunity for war to fix stupid, and it's failed so far. Code says, I'm glad you enjoyed the solid JJ vid, Chris. That was funny. He's pretty hilarious. I hope you can react to his other content in the future. I'm definitely gonna take some looks at it. Definitely gonna look at it. That's pretty good too, Joe. Why aren't apple chargers just called apple juice? I will be calling it that now. Oh, I didn't even see that. The final score was 27-11. Yeah, 11's always a weird score to come up with. Because you're assuming, well, it didn't have to be, but most likely you're figuring it. Well, you know what though? As I think about it, if you're going to get an 11, it'd probably be in something like a preseason game where you just wanted to work on your 2-point conversions or something like that. Just wanted to see what you had there in the old playbook. Excuse me. Oh. Nicholas says, hey, Curtis, what was Harvey Weinstein's favorite song, Singing in the Rain? Got it, a Clockwork Orange reference. Yes, I remember distinctly what he was doing while singing in the rain. Right. Brian says preseason is basically for new guys to try and make the team. It's showing for them. Yeah, at least until the final week of preseason. Final week of preseason, then you get some of the starters and the veterans in there, getting into game shape. But first few. Yeah, Philip's saying too, he just saw your solid JJ reaction, puts out some great stuff. Everybody's saying that. I'll definitely look into more of his stuff. Excuse me. Having the I got some other stuff that came in on from the channel members too that I want to look into as well. But yeah, I'll definitely look into more of his. And so far, guys, mods, if any of you can find anything, let me know. I cannot find a way to grant channel memberships. I wanted to grant them to the moderators for all they do for us, but it's really, when you research it at all, it's YouTube, so it tends to reason that it would be insanely confusing. And what I did find out about the ability to grant memberships is I don't even see the instructions that it gives. I don't even see those options available. It's possible to get the scoreboard to say 6-1. Yeah, but how would you... AZN, how would you get the 1? The only 1-point play you can get is the point after touchdown. I don't know how you would get the 1. Oh, unless no, that's 2. Let's say if you scored a touchdown. And the point after was blocked, and they run it back, though I believe you get 2 for that. Not 1, I believe. Looks as you could just give me money to buy the membership. I promise I won't spend it on crack. Yeah, they really do, Big Green. He says, I mean, YouTube makes it convoluted to accept membership, so I'm not surprised giving them out is just confusing. I couldn't figure it out. And I mean, all joking aside about cognitive abilities, I'm usually fairly decent at stuff like that, researching something, finding what I want. And I saw several different methods listed for doing it, and none of them involved actual possible routes that I can take, because it would say, go here on your channel, go there on your channel, and the next option wasn't even available. Oh, Simmy, what is the difference between onions and my dead grandma? I cried when I cut up the onions. Come on. That's a pretty good one, Jill. I like that. If anybody breaks into my house, we'll just be searching for valuable things together. Oh, that's a good one, too. You guys got some good original ones today. William Dahlgren has this one. He says, did you hear about the guy that was always late? He got depressed and jumped behind a train. Yeah, Philip, I wish I could. I want so much to be able, again, for all you mods do for me. I looked and looked, and if anybody finds those details, by all means, please let me know. But I can't see how to do it. I'm not surprised though that YouTube would make it either difficult or downright impossible to grant memberships, because Susan doesn't like the idea of ever not getting a cut of something. Well, that was nice of Gimster. Okay, so Rosa and Alucard both have memberships that were donated by Gimster. Now, okay, so now let me understand how that happened, Gimster, just for my information. So you just donated 2 memberships in general, right? And Rosa and Alucard picked them up. That's how it works, right? See, that's what I'm seeing. Well, he was able to do it, Big Green, but I don't know if Gimster was able to give them directly to them or if he was just able to put them out there. Brian says, saw a funny meme about when a burglar breaks in. You put on Viking face paint and say out loud, Odin has blessed us with a worthy sacrifice. Especially in my case, because I could get a bald Viking vibe looking. No doubt about it. Luke says, I refuse to become a member till you add a Gooshman emote. I got to make some more emotes. I got this Gooshman, but not the Gooshman. Oh, see, Gimster says it's random. That's what I had saw. That's what I had saw. That's what I had seen too. And of course, I wanted to be able to give out. And I don't understand too with Susan why they would. Well, yeah, I do, because she's afraid she's not getting her cut. I was gonna say, why not just allow the channel owner to just grant memberships if you want? What does that hurt? I mean, even from a business perspective, you should at least have the option of. I mean, I'm trying to look at this from Susan's perspective. You should at least have the option of saying, okay, if I can grant memberships for a month, say, chances are then once you grant somebody a membership, they might pick it up and decide to keep it themselves, which, of course, what I would do with the mods is if they allowed that, I would just keep renewing it every month. But she doesn't know that. You can directly gift people Gimster with Twitch. Yeah, that's basically what I had seen. I had seen an ability to just randomly, as you said, randomly send gifts out there, but I haven't been able to pinpoint in it. A couple of the articles said you could, but then what they gave for directions was garbage. Said you can give them to specific people, and I haven't been able to find it. Oh, Simmy, what do you call an Indian woman with running shoes a virgin? Jesus Christ. Willie says, if I say, Alexa, intruder alert, Alexa will release a Roomba strapped with a claymore, turn all the lights red, and play Welcome to the Jungle. That's a pretty good visual. That would be pretty effective, too. I mean, not just because of the claymore. The red lights in the Roomba would be enough to scare me off. Jill says, girls like me say good night, then stay up an extra 5 hours. That's pretty good too, FX guy. I like that one. If Billy Joel didn't start the fire, then why the hell did he write a whole song about it? Seems suspiciously defensive to me. You're not wrong. That might need to be looked into further. It does seem like Billy is hiding some sort of pyromania. That's an excellent point. Okay, Big Green says this message just popped up in chat after those 2 gift subs. Next time you could be a lucky recipient of a Spaz Boys Comedy gift memberships. Allow gifts. It's the only way I know to allow them. Okay, so so you guys have an option to allow gifts, but the person who's going to give them can't give them directly to you. They can just make them available in general. I gotcha. All right. Because he saw Garth Brooks standing outside of the fire, Brian says. Yes, I'm with you there, Jill. And that would even be a generous amount of time. Jill says, if I say I'm hungry, we got about 15 minutes until I turn into a different person. I'm entirely with you there. And like I say, 15 minutes might even be generous before I get really uglier than this. And Rick says, I'm just saying he was literally in the burning house in the music video. Seems kind of sus. This is one of the things I most love about Free for All Fridays is the randomness of it all. That somebody as innocent to everything going on in the world as Billy Joel can suddenly become a point of contention to all of us, where we're all ready to entirely turn on him, and none of us will ever trust him again. And Milog says, Billy never actually said he didn't start the fire. He said we, as an inclusive, the listeners didn't start it. He never said I didn't start the fire. Yeah, there's little doubt. There's something going on. Has anybody been keep track of Billy's whereabouts? It's been significant wildfires over the last couple of years in America. I'm just saying. AZN says, 1 point safety exists, does it? Happened in college. Yes, run back after blocking XP attempt. To get 1 point, that player would lose the ball and kick team following the ball in their end zone 70 yards backwards. Okay, let me follow that again. 1 point safety exists. Happened in college. Yes, run back after blocking extra point attempt. Got you there. To get 1 point, that player would lose the ball and kicking team fall on the ball in their end zone 70 yards backwards. Really? And that would be 1 point? I did not know that. I didn't know that. Is that the same rule in pro? I know sometimes college and pro, college and pro vary, for instance, on overtime where college does it right and the pros are stupid. That's one of the worst things. I mean, I don't want to get into a sports rant, but I can't believe it took till last season, that Bills game, for everybody to fully understand how stupid NFL overtime rules are. They're absolutely abysmal. The most popular sport in America, and every other sport in America has a better way of settling ties. Joe says, successfully wasted 7 months of 2022. Hey, but you wasted it with us, Joe. We all wasted it together, so we got your back. Rainy Friday says, not true. My neighbor's a huge furry. Legs or not, that dog would come. Oh. Philip says, I used to have a recurring nightmare about being in that one Twisted Sister music video where the guy from Animal House shouts, what do you want to do with your life? But I don't answer, I want to rock. I remember that video really well. Rosa says, recently I've turned to the covenant upon learning that God is a strong, independent trans woman of color. If you don't become faithful upon learning this, you're literally a racist, transphobic bigot. Willie went up to Jill. He says, hell, I've successfully wasted 20 years of my life. Frank says 2022 is too wasted to think. That's fair. Kyron says most popular sport in America. You're talking about fast food? Yeah, you're right. For as much as I love football, if it comes down to that or Arby's, sorry, football. That's good too, Jill. When I said I liked it rough, I didn't mean my entire life. And Gabe says, what's the difference between COVID-19 and Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet? One's a coronavirus and the other is a Verona crisis. That's pretty good, Gabe. I like the jokes have been good today. The bad puns have been spot on bad puns. The actual jokes have been good stuff. Devianche says, hey, Curtis, when is your birthday? Tell us. Yeah, no secret. It's September 22nd. Holy shit, that's right. I got a month and a half and another, oh, fuck. Another year drops. Jesus Christ. Mortem says, I'm thinking about taking up Krav Maga. Do you think it's worth it? I think it's a cool martial art. I think it's very cool. I have seen practitioners of it. I've never really been taught any myself, but I think it's pretty cool. And the Israelis seem to do quite well with it. Gimster says, I was trying to take a nap and finally decided to turn the fan off. Everyone else in the helicopter was horrified. Why are they babies? People gotta have respect for others. You're trying to catch a snooze. You want the fan off, and everybody else is gonna get all pissy about it. Think of other people. Really, Brian says, I'm rounding 40 and trying to avoid it like the plague. I kept fighting it, Brian. It comes and gets you eventually, though. I still can't believe I'm 60. I really can't. Demon Slayer's fantastic, Divyansh. Awesome. Slim Shady. Boy, I can identify with this. Slim Shady says fast food is fast, unlike most of the people who eat it. The truth. One thing I am clearly not as fast. Curtis Rosa says, Curtis, how did it feel to celebrate your birthday in 2001 right after Al-Qaeda did 9/11? Yeah, it wasn't a particularly festive birthday. And that way back then, I hadn't even, let's see, that would have been, no, that was my 40th birthday, right? Yeah, I can count. Yeah, that was the big 4-0 for me. And yeah, it was not a fun time. Simi, after shooting up so many schools, I took up religion. That church didn't know what hit them. Oh, that's terrible. That one I have heard. Garadal, did I say that right? Garadal Marie. But I like that one. I snore so loud that it scares everyone in the car when I'm driving. Thanks, Big Green. He says 60. You mean late 40s? Oh, I wish. I so wish. Thanks, Friday. He says you don't look a day over 50. I've told you guys, I make jokes about stuff. Age is not something that really bothers me. Getting older, it is what it is. Getting older beats the other option. You only got two choices. And I think I know for a fact, a lot of it is just getting to do what I do, mainly things like this, the live streams, the videos, and interacting with you guys who are predominantly much younger. I don't feel old. I don't even feel 60. So, again, I don't have a problem getting old. Carlos says, hey, Curtis, what's your baseball team? The pathetic Pittsburgh Pirates. The American sports record holder, all major American sports, for most consecutive losing seasons. Brian says, what do you think about getting the most recent leader, Al-Qaeda leader? That was cool. People think it's a big deal, like 12 more won't take his place. Sorry, Brandon. I mean Biden. No, it's always, I get what you're saying, Brian. It's to them, it's just a minor misstep along the walkway of life. But it's always fun to hear one of them gets killed. But yes, you're right. It's not going to stop anything. It's not going to make it do any significant damage to the organization. Gabe says, if the White House made a book about Biden, it would be called The Biden Who Cried Pandemic. Rainy Friday says, monkeypox is spread through fornication, so I think most of us are safe. Yeah, if it's fornication, we're just... No worries. We're all good. Chrome's here. She says, oh, hey, just got back from work. Saw that they released a new trailer for Chainsaw Man. People were simping hard for Makima. Also, some new Urusei Yatsura art came out. Really pretty colors. Ah, very cool. Very cool. Oh, did he, Azian? Azian says, I'm with Byron. Killing Zawari was great. And he got killed by bombs that rotate fast with blades. Really? That sounds like a good way to take out an Al-Qaeda douchebag. That paints a nice picture. Jill says, I hate a food restaurant with no pictures. What am I supposed to do? Imagine the fucking plate? Imagination. Gimster says, when a pair of brothers were cutting down a tree that was twisted and leaning, the older brother asked, if I cut here and at this angle, where will it fall? Younger bro said, down, stupid, and ran. Goddamn gravity. Gabe says, whose idea was it to sing happy birthday while washing your hands? Now every time I go to the bathroom, my kids expect me to walk out with a cake. Big Green says, imagination doesn't fill my stomach. Yes. And that as all of you know, I spend a great deal of my time concerned about filling my stomach. And you're right, imagination, nothing. Eldritch says, I have arrived and I'm here to cause problems. Yeah, I'm going to have to get in line. Chrome says, oh, also some things leaked about the Batgirl film that was canceled. We were talking about that yesterday, and I immediately understand why it was canceled. Hold on, guys. Let me take a quick look at that link. Batgirl is jumping in on the catchphrase train, but we'll never see it. Rusty approaches Babs, looking unsure of how she even got past security. She smirks and pops her knuckles with glee. Oh, some stunt you pulled back there. Everyone is going to be looking for a girl in a bat costume. I scared him enough, plus I got what I needed. Maybe I just don't get the bat in time thing. Is that a catchphrase? Yeah. As was said yesterday, when the movie got pulled before release and everybody involved in the production was willing to say, you know what, fuck it, we'll just take the loss. You know that had to be a real quality film. Damien says, I'm upset my friend is angry at me for boiling water. He won't even let me in the area where we're going to have our squirt gun battle. What a poor sport. Yeah, really, Damien. Why is he being a bitch? And get upset for boiling the water. Maybe you were making tea. He doesn't know he was going to get it squirted in his face. Yeah, he was. Willie says, fuck Makima. I'm a Himeno simp? Interesting. Garadal says, my sister asked me to get her chapstick out of her purse, but I accidentally grabbed a glue stick. She still won't talk to me. I love those terrible puns. Yeah. Good point. Big Green says, I would have said they dodged the bullet, but they spent the money on it. I guess we dodged the bullet. Yeah. Jill says, Curtis, help me. Why does missing work feel like a crime? Oh, no, Jill. Priorities. You're here. That's what's important. Work's gotta just understand priorities in life. And they should still pay you whether you're there or not, because you're doing something, much more important and much more worthwhile for the world, and that's being here. Fringe says, hey Curtis, what are your thoughts on the Green Party environmentalism? Not a fan. I find them to be mostly the Green Party to be rather extreme, and I'm not a fan, in fairness, of extremists on any side of the political spectrum. Never have been. So no, not a Green Party person. Milog says, how do you know when a joke is a dad joke? It's apparent. Yes, exactly, Jack. Says, yeah, not being here is a crime, right? And an employer's got to recognize that stuff, got to understand that stuff. Right, code agrees. Missing FFAF is a crime. So the employer should be like, oh, even when they ask, well, where were you yesterday? Oh, you're at Free for All Friday. All right, we'll pay you time and a half then. Visual FX guy says, personally, I prefer the Seth Green Party myself. Ashley says, hey, Curtis, who's your favorite anime character who wears glasses? I'd have to think about that. That's too random to right off the top of my head come up with an answer. Because again, I would forget too many. Simi says, how many dead prostitutes does it take to change a light bulb? Well, more than 7 because my basement is still dark. I've heard that one before. Kaz says, my friend from Alabama decided to introduce his girlfriend at his family reunion. Fortunately, everyone already knew her. Yes. That's a good one. I like that. and again, for those who don't know, I'm always pissy at Alabama and make inbred jokes and stuff that relate to Alabama all the time, and have been for 10 years now, because I'm still being a little bitch about the absolute ass beating that Alabama put on Notre Dame in the national championship from 2012. That said, now Notre Dame has one of the highest ranked recruits in the nation committed to go to attend school there from the 2023 class. And now Alabama is starting to look like they might be able to flip him over to them. So if that happens, that is only going to increase the Alabama is full of hillbillies and family reunion / orgies rhetoric. Oh, cool, Rosa. Rosa says, talking about priorities, I'm going to be back in Europe soon. I'll be in Spain for 2 weeks. Good for you, though. My bank account hates me. Hey, again, I know it's a stupid old adage, but you only live once. Freaking enjoy it. Willie says, along with Batgirl, a Supergirl film starring a Hispanic Kara Zor-El was canceled. They wanted her to replace Henry Cavill. They need to cancel Flash with all the Ezra Miller shit. What the hell? I mean, it just seems like, what, guys, over the last at least 10, 15 years, Hollywood in general has just taken such a downturn as far as, well, certainly as far as fresh ideas. They don't seem to exist at all. And then even in execution, they can take some really good properties and just not even be able to give us a decent product anymore. I don't get it. Eldridge says, Curtis, I'm not a fan of extreme sides of political spectrum. Me, I'm not a fan of the political spectrum. Return to Monkey. Also, me, I'm on the spectrum. This joke was half baked and I gave up. You gave it a shot. Ginster says, one time at work, we thought we were going to get a tanker fuel truck. We were going to get the 5'4" laborer driver, and it was the 6'5" equipment operator be the swamper. Not sure why that didn't get approved. Yes. That's what I did for many, many years before I retired, was equipment operation. Hey Jeff, good to have you in the crew. I will be posting more stuff in the community tab upcoming too, for the channel members. The SDM crew, the size doesn't matter gang. And I am too. I just want to let you guys know, I should have posted it right in there, but most of the SDM crew is here. I do look at your in that post that's there for you guys as far as giving reaction recommendations. I do check all of them. Obviously, I won't be able to do all of them because we already have a decent sized crew there. And I think once we get up to 8 people, I think the system will automatically start recognizing you guys on certain pages of the channel and everything too. I think it said you have to have 8. I don't know how many we have now, but I think that's what it said. I was just glancing through all the details. Let me look and see if I'm right. Excuse me, but I think we have to have 8, and then because I have it's an option you can turn on. I have it set to just randomly recognize you guys at different times. So how many do we have? Well, right now we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're gonna find out because we have. Oh yeah, we have it covered. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that should start happening. Oh, I'm glad that came up. I want to see. Glad it came up. I want to see if that actually works. Jill says, flirt with many, don't love any. I like that. I've never heard that. I like that, though. That's a stunning picture, Jill. It's very pretty. Rigid Rat says, what happened when the telephone ate too many burgers? It got diabetes. Oh. Shouldn't that be like too many Twizzlers, though? SimSimmy says, why did Spaz Kid move? Curtis ran out of good candy. Well, Simmy, you know, you were there. I had to teach him early on. It's got to be the good candy. You don't. For any of you who don't know, that was many years ago. It was a really, really hopping music video Spaz Kid and I made, and it was called Good Candy, and it was about you don't get into the windowless van unless it's name brand shit. You don't get in for or even name brand stuff that sucks. You don't get in for a bit of honey. You don't get in for those, like, you know, the bags you get at Halloween where you can get 870 different individually wrapped candies for $1.99. Yeah, you don't get in for that shit. It's got to be a Hershey bar. Yeah, it was fun times, Jack. It really was. Kat says, hey Curtis, have you seen Bleach? Oh yeah. If so, what do you think of it returning in the fall? Can't wait. Bleach is awesome. William, when does Stephen Hawking run? When Windows is running. Those Hawking jokes. I'll never forget that time where we went. I told you guys before, and most of you were here for it. Edward got it started. Made some Stephen Hawking jokes. Edward was always great for jokes in here, and he made some Stephen Hawking jokes, and it caught on, and it went for months where everybody just told Stephen Hawking jokes, and I was always a big fan of his. Chrome says, we don't know what's happening with the Ezra Flash film. To be fair, it's near radio silence now. We don't know where Ezra is, but he's apparently wandering the U.S. with a shotgun, scared of FBI and Klan. Yahoo. Yikes. Ashley says, I swear Omegle is full of assholes and bullies besides the perverts, that is. Yeah, Omegle's to say that Omegle is a landmine would be an understatement, to say the least. That's a good point. Jill says, how is a baby 9 months old in the womb, but when they're born, it's reset? That's true. Wait, no, I don't. I don't even want to think about that though, Jill, because if we start recognizing that, now I'm pushing 62 instead of 61. So no, let's go with it. It's a good thing. Oh, Gabe, now that's some quality terrible punnage right there. Ran out of toilet paper and started using lettuce leaves. Today was just the tip of the iceberg. Tomorrow remains to be seen. I've heard that one, Garridal. Helen Keller walked into a bar, then a table, then a chair. Gimster says, a 17-year-old comedian said that candy doesn't work on kids these days. You got to offer free Wi-Fi or there's no deal. He's speaking from experience. Before I read that last line, I was just going to say, Gimster, sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Yeah. And he's probably right. I mean, kids today have higher standards. And, I mean, I wouldn't go anywhere without Wi-Fi. I like candy. I might get in just for the candy, but the Wi-Fi would be the deal sealer for sure. Chrome says, "Oh wow, the new Chainsaw Man trailer broke 1 million views in under 2 hours. That's impressive. Might want to check it out later, Curtis." Okay, hold on. Let me open that up. Chainsaw Man trailer. Stop that, and then I can. Okay, and bookmark. Jill says, "Why go to therapy when I can laugh on here for free?" Exactly right, Jill. We are therapeutic, if nothing else. We're something putic, anyway. Therapeutic, something putic. Prophet of Whoa says you should check out Space Dandy. You'd love it. Space Dandy. I've heard that name, Prophet. We had to have talked about that, huh, guys? At the Goosh, maybe even at the channel here too, because that name's familiar. I don't know anything about it, Prophet of Woe, but I have heard that name. There Edgar's here. He says, "Big Green, I'm sorry for starting those a long time ago. It was a one-off thing and didn't expect it to go for this long." I love it, Edgar. That's one of my favorite things about the channel, and that was a staple of Free for All Fridays. Because again, Edgar used to post jokes for us all the time. He was one of the ones that really got the whole idea of having joke days and stuff like that started. And he just told a few Stephen Hawking jokes, and for some reason, it caught on. It was like wildfire. It just kept on increasing. That was a fun few months. Well, I say few months. They were hot and heavy for a few months, but really now it's been years because we're still talking about it. And we're still telling Hawking jokes. So, and again, and that's what makes it funny too, is it's not like it was never meant to be disrespectful. It's just a funny joke is a funny joke because I love Stephen Hawking. Willie says, I'd say watch the first trailer. Second is good, but first just grabs you. Second is normal anime trailer. Interesting, yeah, because I really don't know anything about that one other than what Chrome has shared with me. Damien says, I feel like the baseballs needed an upgrade in their look, so I decided to make them more red, and I think they look great. I'm also banned from seeing my buddies in the hospital. Did I mess up? Damien, sometimes shit happens. People aren't always accepting of all our ideas. Rosa says, I guess you could say that the Stephen Hawking jokes were rolling at the time. Indeed. Oh, and I will say too, I just wanted to bring this up before I forget. We will start doing some, because I had promised that as an option. When we get enough people, we will have an occasional members only stream. Just because that's just one of the perks of membership. I don't know. We'll have to think of a number. I probably triple digits. Probably have to be 100. Only because, guys, when I do a stream, you could say, oh, well, even if we have 50, that's a lot of people to go to a stream. But you're only talking 50 total people. It's going to be a very small portion of them that are actually ready and available at any given time for a stream. So But we will. If this keeps picking up and we keep getting more channel members, we'll do more and more stuff. But that'll be one of the things right now, of course, is I am, and I like it too. Now I've already found this, was it JJ channel where I watched that Batman one, and that was hilarious. So having you guys suggest stuff to me has already worked out well too. Willie says, Stephen Hawking's dumb. Am I doing it right? Rosa said, that's terrible, Rosa. I love reminding people that I had a 7-inch cock before I transitioned for no other reason than to make them feel awful. Fuck you. You guys are funny. Game Master Nintendo says, hey man, I got a suggestion for a video, do a reaction. It's a horror comedy short called Hambuster. I think you'd get a kick out of it. Yeah, I the only place I really, because I've got a regular routine of reaction videos done, but now I've started putting more content on the channel. So right now I've got a whole list already I'm going through with the channel members who have suggested stuff. Chrome says, well, Chainsaw Man's manga only started December 2018, and the first part finished December 2020, so it's a really new series, but its popularity exploded quickly. It certainly seems that way, especially, as you said, with that trailer getting those kind of numbers that fast. Yeah. Oh, and Chrome says, sorry, let me rephrase that. He's wandering the U.S. with a shotgun and thinks the FBI and Klan are stalking him. Also, there's more evidence he runs a pedo cult, apparently. Oh, that's Ducky. That's just fucking perfect. Rick says, I like to remind everyone that I have a 7-inch cock now. It's in a jar in my closet. Big Green says, yeah, it's very unlikely you get all the members into a membership stream. I'm not saying that to be mean. It's just that, right, not everybody has time to watch a stream. Things to come up. Right. Well, that's what I mean. And I've even noticed that, streaming here, streaming other places that we've done, you have to factor in that was a seizure. What I was just trying to explain to the existing channel members is I'm not pushing the number up to delay it. It's just because you got to have at least 100 people to have a decent chance of having a small group available at any given time. A small group of that 100. I don't know if I'm explaining that well or not. Oh, Spy Family is it's so good, Willie. I'm enjoying that so much. Spy Family manga started in 2020, he says. Who's my favorite historical figure, Purple Fox? Oh, I don't know. You probably have to be more specific what you mean by historical, because for me it'd be a sports figure historically. Probably Roberto Clemente, as I grew up idolizing him as a kid. I don't know if you meant political, historical, or what. Sim Stan says, Curtis, I can't wait until you get back to One Piece. Me either. It's been amazing right now. Wano is almost over, and there's so many cool things setting up for the final saga. You're going to love it. That's why, as a matter of fact, Stan, that's why I've gone ahead and scheduled that upcoming now. What do we have that coming up after, guys? Gooshes, after Black Clover. We're watching Black Clover as one of our 3 main anime we're doing right now. When Black Clover ends, I'm going to pick, because we left off at episode 1000. We're going to pick back up then. I can't wait. No more Ocarina of Time remakes, please, says. Is it me or are they bragging the death of Naruto and Boruto? The first episode flat tells you Naruto dies. It's time to show it. Oh, see, I didn't even know about all this. And again, nobody has to worry about spoilers. I've said many times there is no such thing as spoilers for me in Boruto, because I highly doubt I'm ever going to watch it. And I'm not, and those that love Boruto, I'm not disparaging it. What I'm saying is I'm old. There's so much anime out there. There's so many things I want to see right now. And Boruto is tepid to me at best. I'm just never going to get to it. So I just don't want anybody to think that that's a spoiler for me. So so he actually died in the show now? Poppy says, Wolverine says hello, Curse. Oh, Wolverine says, is he chatting with you? Hi, Wolverine. Little CJ says, can you do the Batman voice? Say, hey, kids, want some candy? Oh, the Batman voice? Hey, kids, want some candy? Chrome says, well, no, they've teased Naruto could die. The first episode starts with a flash forward seeing the villain will send Boruto to the same place as Naruto or something like that. Oh, okay, gotcha. Zalir says, do you prefer Naruto or Dragon Ball? All depends on mood, Zalir. Again, with those anime that I have considered the elite, my favorite anime shows, it all depends on what mood I'm in. It's impossible for me to say one is better than the other. If I were in the mood, if somebody said, okay, you can just watch one of these series or episodes from one of these series. If I was in the mood for the storytelling and the jutsus and, that whole world, I'd watch that. If I wanted to see planets getting destroyed and over the top insane badass battles, I'd watch Dragon Ball. So it just all depends, really. Hey, Kaz, part of SDM. Well, we've had a lot of new people coming in, so I'll try and make it a point, guys. Either today or over the weekend, I will post some more stuff in the community tab, and I will be asking you guys too what you guys think are the best stuff to have as perks for the channel members. Again, as I said, as we get more, we'll do some members only streams, and I will continue looking. For those of you who weren't in at the beginning, I've been looking for a way to gift the mods memberships because I think they deserve it for all they've done for us here at the channel. But so far, me and everybody else here hasn't been able to find it. All you can do is make random gifts, and you can't direct them at anybody specifically. Jill says, seeing their relationships inspires me to be single. Understandable. Damien says, I had to go to the restroom at work. My bosses were annoyed at me for being gone so long. What do they expect? 5 to 10 minute naps? Are they insane? I can't take that short of a rest. Stan says, do you think Luffy has a chance of defeating Kaido and Big Mom? He's always had the deck stacked against him, but this time in Wano, I think this war in Wano is his highest obstacle to overcome. Yeah, well, you said it. Stan, in that he's always had the deck stacked against him. Yes, and I agree with you. Is this the most ridiculous, over-the-top battle he's faced? Yeah, I would agree 100%. But, again, we've seen him in a number... Of course, he's gotten significantly stronger, and along the way, we've seen him in some other impossible situations he's overcome. But, yes, that Kaido-Big Mom connection is just ridiculous. Gimster says, speaking of Boruto, during Sakura's first major fight, they straight up copied Captain America's fight with Winter Soldier. There are vids showing it. Really? Really? That's kind of cool. I had never heard that, Gimster. Even though I don't watch Boruto, that would be interesting to me to see that. If it's that spot on. Code says, Chainsaw Man, if adapted properly, could really blow up harder than Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Judging by the trailer, I think it could. I think when the anime drops, the manga sales will rise up just like JJK and TR. I'm surprised. Well, just what Chrome was telling us with the numbers that the trailer's doing and everything, that's pretty freaking impressive. Ashley says, hey Curtis, are you familiar with the anime with talking hamsters called Hamtaro? No, I'm not. I loved that show as a kid. It makes me nostalgic just thinking about it. No, I don't know that one. Chrome says, is Luffy the main character? Yes. There's an answer. And Chrome also says they did kill Kurama, though. Oh, I did hear about that. And there's a clone of Jiraiya wandering around or something. Oh, jeez. Oh, and cyborgs and aliens and whatnot. And women are told their place because Naruto. I like that, Chrome. Good description. Yeah, they're getting Big Green. They're getting me interested in Chainsaw Man too. The way everybody talks about it. Oh, Jill. Oh, yesterday I went jogging in wet flip flops just to remember the sound of sex. All right, that's pretty good. Oh, really, Big Green? He says, I used to watch Hamtaro when I used to watch anime on TV. It's wholesome. I don't think I'd ever heard that one before. Ulrich says, I want to see the ending where Luffy romances Big Mom and learns the wonders of thick MILFs. That's good. All right, guys, I got to hang it up for today. I still got a little bit more editing to do, and I'm actually going to hit the gym today as well. Guys, thank you for this. Free-for-all Fridays are always so much fun. And again, I appreciate everybody. Again, I started the channel memberships just because YouTube offered me $500 to start channel memberships, but we're seeing a good response. It's going to be fun. It's just another element of our community. So I will make sure I get with you guys, and we'll start deciding what kind of stuff we want to have for the channel members, what kind of perks are the best and everything. But thanks for Free for All Friday. One thing we know, no matter whatever does change here at the channel or whatever tweaks, adjustments we make, the absolute cornerstone mainstay of this channel now, and I mean this, is probably Free for All Fridays. Because, the content tends to go with the flow as people find different things they enjoy more than others and stuff like that. But the one thing that always remains steadfast and perverted is Free for All Fridays. So in honor of that, the sticky stuff is extra perverted today. And given that it's pretty perverted to begin with, you guys might want to hold on to your shorts for this one. Here it comes. Pamfu, pamfu, sticky stuff for you, 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 sticky stuff for you way in the back, because we'll bang, okay? Flashly like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, it's not only perverted, it is all things to all people. Goosh, 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 goosh. Goosh.